Welcome to NC Engineering and Technology. Our today topic is HVAC heat load calculation using HAP software. Hourly analysis program by Carrier. For making study of heat load calculation using HAP software, you should know the basic concept of heat load calculation and you should have the basic knowledge of manual heat load calculation. And we have already done a detailed study on the topic of manual heat load calculation. I will provide the link in the description for the video for manual heat load calculation. I will advise you before studying the heat load calculation using HAP software, you go through that video and have the concept for the manual heat load calculation, then start the exercise for load calculation using HAP software. Let us start the heat load calculation using HAP software. When you will open the HAP software, you will find the screen like this. For doing any heat load calculation study, following parameters are to be considered. Number 1, physical dimensions of the space. Number 2, building orientations. Number 3, ambient conditions. Number 4, use of space and occupancy. Number 5, indoor design conditions. Number 6, glass area exposed to sun. Number 7, lighting load. Number 8, equipment load. And number 9, fresh air requirement. For heat load calculation process using HAP, we will follow the following steps. Number 1, project setting. Number 2, input weather data. Number 3, updating library. Number 4, creating spaces and adding systems. Number 5, analysis part. When you will start any HAP program, you will find the following windows. And let us make this OK, and this one. Let us make new project. This ASHRAE standard 2007, or let us select 2010. Here also let us select 2010. And journal, let us select the SI metric units. Now we will have this window. First of all, we will give the name to our project. Let us give sample project. And make OK. At first we will go to the weather. In weather we will select the region, and for our study we will select the region Middle East, and we will select the country of Saudi Arabia, and let us select the city Riyadh. Now after selecting the city, as in this program the ASHRAE handbook is built in, so it automatically select the all design condition as per the area we have selected. But one question came to our mind now. When we click the city, it show only 3 cities, but in Saudi Arabia we have lot of cities. Same is the case for other countries. This program is not showing the name of all cities, and when we need to make calculation for the city that is not mentioned in this table, what is the procedure we need to follow to make heat load calculation using HAP software? If it is possible, to use HAP software for any other cities that is not mentioned in the list? Answer is yes. What is the criteria for it? The procedure is simple. We need to get the climatic condition and outdoor condition for that city from the meteorological department of that city or country or from ASHRAE handbook, and we need to fill manually in these fields. Then all other values, design temperature, design solar radiation, this program will select automatically on the basis of provided latitude, longitude and outdoor design conditions. See how it happened. Now we have selected the city Riyadh for location of Saudi Arabia. If we will see the design temperature, the maximum dry bulb temperature in the month of January it is 31.7 and the minimum temperature is 17.7. While in the month of December the maximum temperature is 32.8 and the minimum temperature 18.8. If we go for design day maximum solar heat gain, we found in the month of January the value below the north is 83.8 and the value below the south is 71.9. Let us now fill the value for any other city that is not mentioned in the list manually. For example, let us make for the city Yanbu. If we go for the table provided by meteorological department of Saudi Arabia for the city of Yanbu, we see the elevation above mean sea level is 6 meter. Latitude north 24.07 and longitude 38.03. When we go the design dry bulb temperature it is 41 and wet bulb temperature is 25. Mean daily range is 15, while the design wet bulb temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. You have ASHRAE handbook. The same design condition also you can find from the ASHRAE handbook for any city. You can see 2005 ASHRAE handbook fundamental that I have and the design condition for Yanbu, Saudi Arabia. Annual heating and humidification design conditions, hottest month. So we can select the required value from any of the either from ASHRAE table or from the table that is provided by meteorological department. Let us fill these values manually. This is 24.07 and the longitude 38.03. The elevation is 6. Summer design dry bulb temperature 41 and wet bulb temperature 25. Daily range 15 and the design dry bulb temperature in winter is 10. Now let us go to check the design temperature, and we can see it is automatically changed. When before it was selected Riyadh, the dry bulb maximum temperature in the month of January it was 32.7 and now it became 34.5, and minimum temperature was 17.7, now it became 19.5, and in the month of December it was 32.8, now it became 35.1, and it was 18.8 and now it became 20.1. Let us see the Design day maximum solar heat gain. For the Riyadh, it was in the month of January below the north, it was 83.8, now it became 85.1, and below the south, it was 71.9, now it became 71.7. So we have seen that when we fill these parameters manually, all other values it select automatically, and it is the quality of that program that it is applicable for all regions, all cities, all over the world. Only you need to fill the basic values showing the location of your city, of your area, and the outside design condition that you can get easily from your local authority, and you can follow this software to make the heat load calculation for your city. Now I will be back again to make calculation for considering the city Riyadh, and there is one point I need to mention. The all calculation and all values I am filling and making and explaining you only for indication purpose, only to learn how to use this application. There is chances that there may be mistake in calculation and the values which I am selecting. So now we have selected Riyadh and we will make OK. Now after the finalizing the weather data, now we'll go to the project library, and first we will take the schedule. In schedule actually we define the use of the buildings. Suppose we have the buildings for the office, so we are using this building for the office in office time only. So whatever we are designing, our purpose is to design the system only to work only for the working hours, to save the energy. So we will design the schedule accordingly. After weather, we will go to the project library. In project library, we have schedules, wall, roofs, and windows. For those, we need to define the values. First, we will go for schedule. In schedule, we define what are the timings for that the building will be used, and we will design the system accordingly. For schedule, we have 4 parameters: pupil, lighting, equipment, and the thermostat. Let us create schedule. So first we will create schedule for the pupil. Then we will assign the profile. Let us say profile 1 for the working days. In working days, assume our office timing is from 8 to 5. So from 0 to 7 there will be no one available in the office, so we'll make the occupancy 0. Then from 7 to 8 people will come. Let us assume this 30%, and after 8 up to 5 there will be full capacity. And from 5 to assume 8, let us assume there will be 30% people available for overtime and extra work. And after this, from 8 and up to midnight, there will be no one available and the office will be closed. So let us assign this value. This our schedule, it is for the whole year. We need to operate the system in complete all month from January up to December. Then in Saudi Arabia we have, let us make another profile for the holidays. This profile too for the holiday. In holiday we know no one is working, so from 0 to 24 there will be no one available, we will make 0. Now let us assign these values. So from Monday to Thursday this is working days, so we will follow the profile for working day. And Friday and Saturday they will be off, so there will be no one in the office, we will assign the profile holiday. Then on Sunday there will be working day, we will assign the profile for the working day. Again in holiday there will be no one, so we will assign the profile for the holiday. So in this way we have finished our schedule for the pupil. Now we'll create another schedule for the lighting. And in the same way as we make the schedule for the pupil, we will make this schedule. In the same way, like pupil, we have made the schedule for the lighting. One for the working days and another for holiday. We have made two profile. Let us assign these. So we need to operate the lighting for the whole year. So we will assign working day. Then our office will open from Monday up to Thursday. We will assign the working day. Then we will have off from Friday to Saturday. We will assign the profile too. Again Sunday there will be working day. We will assign the profile working day. And holiday there will be no work, so we will assign the holiday. But there is one thing I need to clarify you. In case of pupil, we have the pupil in percentage from 7 to 8, around 30% of people came. But whenever any percentage of the people came in the building, we need to operate the light fully. So we did not make in percentage. Whenever we need to operate fully. The same is the case for extra overtime for 3 hours. In these hours also we cannot make the lighting in percentage. So during the time the people are available in the building, either 30% or 100%, we need to operate lighting fully. So we select the whole time for the opening hour of the office lighting 100%. So let us make this okay. Now we'll make another schedule for the equipment, and we'll make the schedule the same way like we make it for the pupil and for the lighting. Let us make equipment. So for the equipment we have made in the same way like lighting, and the equipment will be operated fully during the office opening time. This profile equipment, schedule type for equipment, and hourly we can see. For the working days, the equipment is operating fully from 7 to 8, and the equipment are off during holiday. Let us assign these values. We need to operate the office in all the months of the year, from January to December. So let us assign working days. Then from Monday up to Thursday we have working days. We will assign the profile for working days. This Friday and Saturday it will be off, so we will assign the profile holiday. Again on Sunday there will be working days, so we will assign the working day. In holidays there will be no work, so we will assign the profile for holidays. So now we have created three fractional schedules. Now remaining is one binary schedule, that is for the thermostat, and this schedule will be on or off. So this schedule, the profile will be either on or off. Thermostat either can be on and off, so we will make from 0 to 7 the thermostat we need to keep off, so we will select unoccupied, and from 7 to 8 there will be people, so we need to operate the system, we will select as occupied. Again after 8 there will be no one in the office, so we will select unoccupied. It is for the working days. For holiday the system will not operate, so from 0 to 24 hour we will use unoccupied. Then again in the same way let us assign these values. We need the system to operate for the whole month, so we will select the for the whole month working days. From Monday up to Thursday the system will be operating, so we will select the working days. And Friday, Saturday will be holiday, so we'll select the holiday. Again Sunday there will be working hours, so we'll select the working day. Again holidays there will be no work, we will select the holiday. So in this way we have generated the profile that will be used during the calculation process for heat load calculation in the HAP software. Now we'll go for the next walls to assign the values for the wall. We'll select the properties for the wall, and you can see from the program there is so many combination of the wall structure, and you can select any of them as per your project specification. Even if any of these combination is not matching the wall of your project, then you can calculate your own U value. And how to calculate the U value we already explained in our study for manual heat load calculation, and we already made one separate video for calculating the U values. You can refer to these videos and can learn how to calculate the U values. But for our study we will select the default values provided in the program and we will proceed. Next we will go for the roof, and in the same way like for the wall there is so many combinations provided in the program. You can select any of them suitable for your project, and in case any of these combination is not matching your actual requirement at the project, you can calculate your own U values and put the value in the program. For calculation you can refer to our manual heat load calculation. So for our study we will select the default values provided in the program and will proceed. After selecting the roof, then we will go for the window, and for window we'll give the name window 1, and we are in for our study we are using only one type of window, so we will give the name of window 1. If you are using different type of window in your project, different sizes and different material, so you can create different window, any window 1, window 2 and window 3 like this as per their properties and size. For our sample project we are using the window height 0.8 meter and the window width we are using 1.2 meter. So we'll put these dimensions. The U values we already calculated and we will use as the default values here. But if you need to learn how to calculate the U values and how to calculate the heat load calculation for window and for wall and for roof, you need to learn heat load calculation by manual process, and we already studied in detail for this. You can go for our video. I will provide the link for this video in the description. You can go there and learn. As I already speak, for learning the calculation using HAB software, you must know the manual heat load calculation. Then you can use easily this software. So we will take the default value and proceed. Same way you can select the doors also. You can put the door size. You can put the door area. If we have the door 2 meter by 1 meter, so it will be 2 meter square. And U values you need to calculate from the material of the door that is provided by the architect, and you can calculate the U value for it. Here we will use the default values, and in our project we are not using door in partition or external wall, so we will not consider door in our calculation. So let us make this okay. We will go to select the space. We are making this calculation for the office building, and in our sample project we have created one zone that have 3 offices. Zone for which we are making sample calculation, it has 1, 2, 3 offices and 1 corridor. So we will make calculation one by one for the offices and for corridor. Then we will see what is the result for the zone. Let's proceed for the office 1. We have floor area for the office 1 18 square meter, and we assume the ceiling height 3 meter, and the building weight you can get from the architect. We will select is as default medium, and we will select the purpose of this space. We are using this space for the office, so we will select the office from here. Office space. Then the CFM value will be selected automatically as per ASHRAE. Then we'll move for the internal properties of the office. Inside, first we will select the lighting. There are 2 types of lighting: recessed vented or free hanging. We will consider as recessed vented, and we already make the schedule for the lighting. We will attach here. Then we will go for the task lighting. We are not using any special lighting here, so we will ignore it. Then we will go electrical equipment. Suppose we are using electrical equipment generating 20 watt per meter square, and we will attach the schedule for the equipment here. Then we will go for the people. Assume we will use this office for 2 people for the office activity. Then the sensible and latent heat will be calculated by ASHRAE automatically, and we will attach the schedule which we have made for the people here. Other things will keep 0. Then we'll proceed for the wall and windows. In this room We have two exposed wall, one towards east. We will select this in the area for this wall. As we assume the height of the room 3 meter and we have the width of the wall 3 meters, so the area will be 9 square meter, and we have one window in this wall, so we will put one. We have another wall towards south. We will select the south, and the area of this wall is 18 square meter and it has two windows. You can see from this layout, this is wall facing towards east. It is by 3 meter by 3 meter 9 square meter and having one windows. This wall, this is 6 meter from here to here and height 3, so it is the area of this wall is 18 square meter and having two windows. Then we will go to select for the roof. We will select roof, horizontal roof exposed to sun. We will consider this office located on the top floor, so the roof will be exposed to sun and the area will be 18 square meter and there will be no skylight. Then we will go for infiltration. For our calculation purpose we will not consider any infiltration, but when you making calculation you can use as per your project specification. Then we will go for the floor. As we already discussed, we considered our sample project located on the top floor, so the lower floor is air conditioned space, so we have selected floor above conditioned space. And we have seen we have only two exposed wall in this room and other wall coming in the air conditioned space, so there is no partition for the wall. And for the ceiling also we don't have any partition. Let me explain you what is ceiling partition. You can see in this picture, if we have section of the room like this, we have floor, then we have wall, and we have one roof slab. Below the roof slab we have false ceiling, above which we have electromechanical services and any other things passing through it. So we know the area below the false ceiling we will make air conditioned space, but the area between the false ceiling and the slab, it is unconditioned space. So in this condition we will consider this false ceiling as the ceiling partition. In our study we are not taking the false ceiling case. We have the simple room without false ceiling, so we will not consider it and we will put it as 0 and we will proceed. As we already speak that our room is located on the top floor and the floor below it has air conditioning, so we will select floor above conditioned space. So we have completed our exercise for the space for office 1. In the same way we will go to make for office 3, to make for office 4, and to make for the corridor. If I will show you the complete exercise, it will take more time, so to make short our video I will not show this one and we will proceed for the next step. So now we have created the spaces for office 1, office 3, office 4 and corridor. After completing of weather, project library and spaces, then we will move to system. We have the system sample office. Then we will go to select the equipment. For our building we will select one air handling unit and air system with CAV single zone. Then we will go to the zone component. As we already selected, we give the name zone 1 and we have 4 components for spaces in the our zone. Spaces we have office 1, office 3, office 4 and corridor. and we will use the thermostat there, supply terminal. Then we will go to the sizing data, and we will select the system sizing, zone sizing. Using the chill water supply, water temperature 6 and return 12, so we have the delta T 6 degrees. Then we will go for the equipment. We will use this value as default and we will make OK. After making an exercise for weather, project library, species and system, now we'll generate the report. Let us click make a right click on the this file and again see the preview. Now we have generated the result. You can see from this air system sample office building, equipment use, chill water AHUs, air distribution devices use CAV, total cooling load 19.1 kilowatt, sensible cooling load 19.1 kilowatt. We have data for central heating coil sizing data, maximum coil load 8.4 kilowatt. We have the data for humidifier, maximum steam flow 1.38 kg per hour, air flow rate 1732 liter per second. We have supply fan sizing data. Then we have outdoor ventilation air data. We make our exercise only for one zone and floor area 134 square meter. The location Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So in this way you can make the heat load calculation for any project using HAP software. Before, you need to put all values, design condition, space for which you are going to make the calculation, purpose of the space you are going to use for office, for residential or for commercial purpose. Then you have to input the data for the structure of your building, U values for wall, U values for roof, for windows. Then you need to input the your ventilation requirement. Then and you have to select the indoor design condition. Then you need to select the timing of the system. If you are going for residential purpose, you need load calculation for 24 hour. If you are going to use this building for office use, so there is some specific time for which you will use the building. So for that you need to make a schedule for people, for light, for equipment and for thermostat. After completion of all these inputs by project library, species and weather conditions, you can generate a complete report that will give you the selection of the equipment and CFM. After this you can go for designing of the ducting and the selection of equipment. At our project, as we are going to use the air handling unit, so we can put air handling unit separate in one mechanical room or either on the roof, and we can bring one ducting inside that will serve to all rooms. We can make ducting proposal, it is only for indication. We can put HU on the roof and can bring from the shaft the duct, and we can run the duct like this. We will make one branch to the office 3, one branch to office 1, one branch to office 4, and we can put the air terminal, diffuser and grill as per the requirement after calculation, after designing of the duct. And we can use CAV for the distribution of air as per the requirement controlled by the thermostat. This is only for indication how after designing heat load calculation how we will apply this. And for the designing you can watch our video for duct designing using equal friction method. For a small project it is the easiest and economical method to design the duct. So I try to make this study very clear and try to cover all aspects of the heat load calculation using HAP. I hope it will be useful for all of you. Thank you very much.